What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to Grim Dawn. In this video I want to talk about a combination of different things. I want to talk about some big news that we just found out about Grim Dawn's big expansion that is going to be coming out soon. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about updates to my Gunslinger Firestrike build, which is definitely making some cool progress. Let's jump into the news for the expansion though first. What we have here is we've got on my website, gameplayplus.com, I post about different games like, for example, Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, D3, Mew Legends, stuff like that, and I just put up a post recently that is a reflection of the official post on Grim Dawn's forums about the new Illusionist feature coming out for Grim Dawn's expansion. This is one of the biggest announcements that we've heard so far for the expansion. We know that there are going to be two classes, one of them is announced, and now we have an Illusionist feature. Now, the Illusionist is essentially a transmog system like you would expect from, say, World of Warcraft or Diablo 3. And even the this window right here that shows how your gear pieces are laid out on your character, and then selecting what style you want for your shoulder pieces here, for example, is very reminiscent to the World of Warcraft version, isn't it? But I think it's totally fine. I'm not saying that they ripped off the UI or design or anything like that, but because hell, it's a great looking layout, right? No matter who does it. So the way that this works is, as you would expect it to, you select a piece that you want, and then you spend a certain amount of iron bits, which of course is the currency in Grim Dawn, and then you apply that look to your character. Now this is so welcome, I think, for Grim Dawn, because honestly, well, I mean, for a lot of RPGs, right, as you are mixing and matching all these different pieces, unless you have a complete and perfect set, like for example something like this or something like this, you're going to be having like a combination, weird mixture maybe of the two or something like that, right? So having an illusionist that will change the look of your items regardless of what the piece is, aka a transmog system, right, is really, really welcome, I think, because we all want to look as badass and as efficient as our characters, right? At least I think so anyway. Some people out there could really give a shit less about what their character looks like. This looks awesome, by the way. I want that look for my Gunslinger. But the transmog system, Illusionist, whatever you want to call it, is going to be really, really cool. Now, we've also got news that kind of hinted at there's going to be some more balancing to different skills, maybe to different builds or something like that. It says here that some balance tuning based on how 1.008 shook out. That was the most recent update that they applied that did a bunch of changes, added some new features, things to Crucible, to the game, itemization. They changed a bunch of legendary items. Some things got buffed, some things got nerfed. Let's see, for example, if we scroll down here, I hope I'm not screwing your eyes up with all that scrolling. For example, here my blast shield took a bit of a nerf at ultimate ranks. I believe that dual wielding blade masters probably took one of the hardest hits, I'm hearing, if I remember correctly from the forums. But there's a combination of things going on here. We've got some balancing, we've got some nerfing and stuff like that, but I guess they're not quite satisfied with how this turned out. So I don't know what they're going to do in response to this. Maybe they might nerf something else that they've seen kind of missed the, to dodge the bullet when it maybe should have received a nerf in combination with that that most recent update, or they might reverse some things. Who knows? I'm like I said, because I wrote about this as well down towards the bottom. I'm actually kind of nervous about this. Like, I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this, but I mean, we'll see. That's not gonna happen, it seems, for a couple of weeks. But there you go. There's an Illusionist feature that's being added. Like I said, you can read about all those details either on the official forums or on my website, 100% ad-free, gameplayplus.com, where I talk about lots of different ARPGs that are out now and, of course, that are coming in the future. Now, really quick with my build, something amazing happened. I was out on my way to Fort Icon, and for this character, I found my very first legendary. Yes, it was an amazing moment, it felt like. Legendaries start dropping only from level 50 and beyond in Grim Dawn. Here they are demon bone leg plates. The real challenge in the creation of this armor came in acquiring the necessary parts. That is so true. As I have looked into the different crafting requirements, for example, that Marauder's Talisman that I found recently in the ultimate starter video that I made, that recipe needs components to make components to make components. It is freaking crazy how deep the crafting goes here in Grim Dawn, but it's fun. It's a fun, like, kind of like go hunt now for the components to make something really badass for your character. So this particular piece here isn't exactly what I would want it to be, but it comes at a great time because I was in the need for an update to my pants anyway, here now in the 50s. This does give me some cool things. Physical damage, I have a passive that converts physical damage into elemental or fire damage, something like that, through my character. This does also give me some defensive ability, which is welcome as well, because I've been finding that my character is progressively feeling a bit more like a glass cannon, kind of on the squishy side, and that's why probably for most of my levels through the 40s up to 50, I've been focusing on putting points into Arcanist, like some more points into Blast Shield, which is my defensive skill for Demolitionist, but in the Arcanist section I've been putting a lot of points into Maven's Sphere of Protection. I did up my mastery so that way I could reach Elemental Balance. I believe this got a buff actually in the recent patch, so that's cool. But I've got that. I've got Alexa's Flash Freeze, Alexa's Flash Freeze, and that's been working really great defensively as well. So I think I'm going to keep doing that. I don't think I'm going to put any more points into Mirror of Erection or whatever you're supposed to say there. Maven's Sphere I think is definitely the way to go. And it is a fantastic, you can see that's what it is right there, that really cool force field looking effect on my character. Now what has also happened since I got to level 50 is my attack speed skyrocketed thanks to a couple of new pieces. I've got a new pistol here, level 50, and I've added silver core bullets, which has a great new skill that's added to my character. But this is the really big thing. I can't point out to it because if I do then it goes away, but look down towards the middle of the stats there. It says plus 18 to attack speed. That is huge right there. I also got a ring from one of the factions. I can't remember which one, but this gives me another plus 6 there. I've also got some gloves that were still low level, but I mean the attack speed is just insane. There's another plus 18% attack speed right there. Stats are more important than the level requirements. They really are. I've seen some guys with their max level builds and they're still holding on to like mid 40 pieces or something like that, and they're not even rare. I think it was like an epic, or not epic, what am I saying, like a magic yellow or something like that. Stats really are more important than the level requirements, and until you can replace it properly with the stats that you actually need for your character, well then you might be just holding, like I am, holding on to some lower level pieces. For me, of course, with the Fire Strike Gunslinger here, I am really focused on trying to find fire damage, elemental damage, and definitely attack speed. Now that I've got all this attack speed, here, check it out. That is easily twice as much attack speed than it used to be. It was totally doable before because my hits are still really hard, but now it's just faster. That's really it, right? Of course, attack speed. And now I don't think I could go back. I don't think I could possibly go back from here, because at this point in the game, I need that attack speed to be as high as that, definitely, if not even faster. So I'm going to continue to look for attack speed where I can. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying these Grim Dawn videos. If you are, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support Grim Dawn here on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Definitely also check out my website, gameplayplus.com. I'd like to eventually build a cool following, a community around that someday, as I continue to kind of update it and add new features and stuff like that. Be awesome to see some comments over there. But that's gonna do it. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.